Hey everybody, Adam here, and back with some more Legacy. So tonight, buckle up, we are playing one of my favorite decks of all time in the format, Cephalid Breakfast. This list courtesy of Max, aka Maxtortion, of the Min-Max blog. So, this is a little different than the traditional breakfast lists, in that we are not playing any copies of Stoneforge Mystic. No, instead we are looking to find the card Shuko through the use of Urza's Saga. So, I've kind of played some breakfast before on the stream. We're going to break the whole process down pretty quick. List is a little different, so we'll kind of go over some of those differences as well. So, game plan is Cephalid Illusionist. 2-mana 1/1, when it becomes the target of a spell or ability, mill 3 cards. So what we're trying to do is use either Shuko, a 1-mana equipment that equips for 0, or Nomad's Encore. This is a 1-mana 1/1 that you can pay 0. The next 1 damage that will be dealt to Nomad's Encore this turn is dealt instead to target creature you control. So we target Cephalid Illusionist with one of these effects over and over and over again, mill our library, use Dread Return with the help of these 3 Narcomoebas to bring back a Thassa's Oracle, and win the game. Now, normally, what this deck does, or has done historically, is played Stoneforge Mystic to find Shuko, and also have a plan B in something like Cauldra or Batterskull. You have also seen other things like Recruiter of the Guard, which will help you go and find the Nomads, the Illusionist, the Stoneforge Mystic, whatever you might need to find the piece that you're missing. Instead, what this list has done is gone ahead and cut the Stoneforges entirely. We're going to use Urza Saga to find Vial or Shuko, and to find our combo pieces, we're going to use Step Through. This is a 5-mana sorcery that returns 2 target creatures to their owner's hands, but that's not why we're playing it. It has Wizard cycling for 2. So for 2 and discard it, we search our library for a wizard, reveal it, and put it into our hand. Important wizards of note in our deck: Cephalid Illusionist, Thassa's Oracle. What makes this interesting is we can dodge the graveyard hate by using Step Through to find Oracle, put it in our hand, mill our entire library, we don't care if it goes into exile, and then just cast the Oracle. Alternatively, if we're missing the Illusionist, we can cycle Step Through to find Cephalid Illusionist. Around this whole shell is a pretty basic blue shell: Brainstorm, Ponder, Force of Will. Yep. We have 3 Fairy Time Revelers, so that on our combo turn we cannot be interacted with, as long as we want these in play. Some Baleful Strixes to stop aggression and draw us a replacement card. Yeah. Then in the sideboard, 4 Swords to Plowshares. So in the matchups where there's other creatures that are problematic, we can get them out of play. Flusterstorm to fight counter battles. Hydroblast for matchups where there are particularly annoying red cards involved. Brazen Borrower. This is going to be able to answer things like Leyline of the Void, and various other hate pieces. Force of Negation we can bring in against combo decks. Surgical Extraction, and Nihil Spellbomb that we can board in against graveyard decks. So, that is Cephalid Illusionist, or that is Cephalid Illusionist, but this is Cephalid Breakfast, and without any further ado, we're just going to dive right into this and see how we do. I'm going to throw out there that Max, when he played the deck, said that his first league result was a 4-1, and then a 5-0 subsequently. So, I don't know if we're going to do that well, but we're certainly going to try. This feels bad. This, however, is more interesting. I'm going to keep. We're going to bottom the second Nomad. This Narcomoeba in hand is like a little problematic, but not atrociously problematic. I'm just going to go ahead and cast this Nomad on 1. Going to put my opponent on notice from the word go. Island. Mistcaller. Yes. We might be playing against just like an actual merfolk deck. Draw another Force of Will, let's go. Play this, cast Shuko. Okay. I hope everyone is having a fantastic Monday. Opponent has paid blue for a Silver Gill Adept. That's fine. Adept will resolve. That one's particularly interesting. For anyone curious about tonight's beverages of choice, this is a Manhattan with Traverse City Whiskey Company's rye. And we also have a Stone Fence with some of a wheated bourbon barrel pick that I got from a local distillery. And some Blake's Caramel Apple Cider with some additional flavorings for my personal preference. I wasn't pleased with how not caramely the caramel apple cider was and kind of wanted to juice it up a little bit myself. I'd prefer if we just don't do this. Is that okay? Can we just not? Counter this lord. Okay. Sure. Always yield. Yep. Put an Archamoeba into play and pass. I would like to have some sort of protection. Okay. Cavern on Merfolk. Big surprise. I can feel like we're going to play this one for a little while. This Mistcaller is going to make things a little weird. So if I can slow down some of the aggression, so be it. Tide Shaper, okay. My plains is an island. That's fine. That doesn't particularly matter at this juncture. I will use Aetherval's ability. I will play this Urza's Saga. I'm just going to keep pump faking my opponent. I want them to respect this more than they should. Okay, that's another Tide Shaper. It's going to shut off my Urza's Saga. Okay. Take 3, go to 12. Always no. All right. This mist color in play is going to be problematic. I think we're going to leave it back. I would love to just take this mist color out of play if given the opportunity. Loses all abilities until end of turn. Yeah, that's fine. Oh, it taps it too. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 8, 9, 10, 11. So a Lord doesn't kill? I have my Illusionist. Okay. That is lethal damage. That is not lethal damage. These fetch lands are off, but that is not lethal damage. 2, 4, 5. I can't crack fetch. They would have to all out attack, which they've not previously been willing to do. Okay. This here. Here. There's another illusionist in the second Shuko in graveyard. I mean, I have one turn. Given that I only have this turn to do the thing, I'm going to see if opponent doesn't realize what Mistcaller does here. Okay. I'm going to keep going. I can't hit the third Narcomoeba. Step through. There's the Oracle. Still haven't hit the Dread Return. There's the Dread Return. I'm curious to see if I do the thing, does opponent just... Yep. Yep. They do, okay. Yep, alright. So things I want include Plow. I don't think I need the tutors here. Second Shuko can go. And then what? I need to shave one more card. I don't think I can afford to shave the therapy. I guess we'll shave one Teferi just because it's clunky. We're boarding in Plow here because Plow is going to answer stuff like Mistcaller. And if we can answer the Mistcaller in play, like in that game, if we can answer the Mistcaller, we just win. I guess maybe the plan here is that we just, I don't know. I'm thinking about it again. Maybe the answer was just to like leave Step Through be. I'm gonna keep. I'm gonna start with Cabal Therapy them, name Aether Vial. That's the card that makes my life hard. I got 2 of them. Oh boy. Hitting 2 Aether Vials there feels pretty great. Opponent doesn't have a whole lot more gas. I mean, gets off the phone to hop on chat, indeed, my dude. That is the life that we live. Okay. I'm gonna brainstorm here to try to fix this up. Put back Narcomoebas. I could just take Silvergill Adept here and leave their hand blank. I don't hate that for me. True name, Force of Will, sure. We'll just force back. Silvergill Adept. Oh, okay, they have the Fairy Macabre. Sure. So opponent's hand right now is Island plus Graveyard Hate. Mutavolt's a 2/2, sure. My dude, what you don't realize is while we were on the phone, not only was I eating, but I was also making this Manhattan, and it's delightful. Otawara, sure. Draw through these 2 Narcomoebas. We can put these into play at some point. I feel like this is okay. They're just doing nothing. Not even animating this Mutavault. Sure. Goodbye. Here's an Archamoeba. Yeah, my dude. So the roll for initiative thing, which for whatever, if you're still seeing that as the notification and my system's messed up, that was in reference to some cards that came out recently. That is as part of a Magic and D&D crossover. I cast this second one, and there is a mechanic on them called Take the Initiative. And it has been taking Legacy and Vintage by storm, and is very, very powerful. My opponent has chosen to do nothing. I like that for me quite a bit. Go ahead, attack with these. Sure. I'll take one. I will make a construct and upkeep. And then that will go and find me an Aether Vial, which will let me start playing in a capacity that my opponent cannot counter. Okay, I wondered if my opponent had another Hexcatcher here, but they do not. I will use Aether Vial's ability. Grab a Tundra. Cast this Baleful Strix. Go ahead and smash in for more damage. Okay. Yep. Put in Nomad. Always yield. Yes. Go ahead and crunch in for 5. Cast another Nomad. Pass. So they found an Island Walklord. That's very good for them. I'm gonna guess that the rest of their hand contains Fairy Macabre, Force of Will, blue card. I would like to find an answer to this thing. I'm going to select always now. Play this. Move to combat. Three, 4, 5, 6. Cut their life total in half. We die if they have another lord, but only if they have another lord? I'll just take the 3 here. This doesn't mean anything. Present lethal damage. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. So it's not lethal, but it's close. Tenrums, when you inevitably watch this later, this is what I was talking about. Opponents fixate so hard on a small portion of what your deck can do that they don't, like, actually look at the long term. So, like, we were able to beat opponent because they were banking on that Fairy Macabre doing work, and we just clocked them. And mind you, like, we stripped a bunch of cards out of their hand, and that was very good for us. But, like, we won the game because they were fixated on a hand that beat the combo, and we just killed them. We just went, okay, great, bye. Okay. I kind of don't hate one of these step-throughs, because being able to cast already it would be great. I'm going to cut a Force of Will, put in a step-through. Resubmit this. Sure. This will find us Shuko, this can find us the thing. Yep. This looks great. Keep. Nope. That's the fast of this game I'm not interested in playing. They're gonna force back. Okay. Pitching. Why would you pitch True Name? It's literally one of your best cards. I cannot for the life of me fathom. This is about to be, like, very good. Okay, opponent just has the one land. I grab a Tundra. I'm gonna play Polluted Delta and pass. Okay. Opponent has found 2 colorless lands in their mono blue deck. Let's go. Okay. Animate Mutavault. Sure. Okay, so opponent has a Lord. That's less good for me. Underground Sea, Urza Saga. Sure. This is killing the Teferi. Let's go. Okay. That's fine. They crunch for 5. Huh. I mean, I feel like I have to play this Teferi this turn. Okay. You found a basic. Congratulations, opponent. You did it. Proud of you. Okay. So if opponent does this, then they're giving up on playing... Okay. They've got a Silvergill. brainstorm here. Well, that's great. Draw the Illusionist. Grab my vial. Play this. Tick up. Say go. They've gone to 2. Okay. That's a Cavern of Souls, sure. This is actually problematic because with them being able to go Lord, I might actually be in some trouble here. Colorless. Animate mutable, sure. Oh, so they're just trying to take Teferi straight out of play. This at Teferi. This at me. This at me. Sure. They're going to put this Lord into play. I'm going to plow it before damage. Now opponent is deterministically dead? Sure. Okay. We're gonna plus... Tundra, Strix. They need exactly Fairy Macabre here, nothing else matters. So we're just gonna go for it, and if we die, we die. Always yield. Always yield. There's the Dread Return already, let's go. Always yield. Yep. Sack this Baleful Strix. Fairy Macabre. Sick, we got it. We win the game. My opponent's gonna make me click through it, which is fine. Always yes. Go ahead and clear the rest of our library here. Dread return. Target Thassa's Oracle. Sacrifice 3 Narcomoebas. Win target game. Let's go. Also, 10 arms. The thing came up earlier. I'll let you watch it in the recap, but I called it out to you specifically, where opponent was banking on a hand that was only a single Force of Will and a Fairy Macabre for disruption. We Cabal Therapied away 2 Aether Vials and a Silvergill Adept. So we put them in a position where they were banking on Fairy Macabre, and we just beat them to death. We just like put Narcomoebas and Nomads and Constructs and Strixes into play, and we beat them to death. And so this is what I was talking about with players not playing correctly against Breakfast, is that they don't respect both sides of the deck. They don't respect that you can just put creatures into play and attack them and the combo simultaneously. They just don't. I don't know why people can't fathom that these two things happen together. Splinter Twin taught us a very long time ago, but people insist on only fighting one axis of the deck, and by doing so, they lost the game. They were banking on, if I can counter your stuff, and if I can stop you from graveyard comboing, I'm going to win this game. And I said, please hold my Manhattan. I would like to Narcomoeba would like to have a word for you, as we just beat them to death. Alright, so we are playing against the most unusual spelling of Carnage ever. Sure. I will keep this. This sets up combo. I have a strict. Okay, well that's annoying and unfortunate. Leyline of the Void, Agadeem Awakening, go. Okay. Play Basic Island and pass. Are we getting cursed? I swear to God. I would be so excited. That's Opposition Agent. I would prefer if we didn't do that. If that's totally okay with you. Continue. I mean, I guess. Helm of Obedience. Okay. I'm gonna play Delta. I'm gonna fetch. I need to find Force of Will here. If I don't find Force of Will, we probably just die. Instead, we draw a Dread Return. Sure. I'll make opponent show me the 5th mana, I suppose. This can probably wish for... Okay. I know how this works. I have died. Okay. So, things I'm interested in include Brazen Borrower, Force of Negation. I'm going to cut these to fairies. This just feels way too slow. This is interesting because opponent has shown us that they have Opposition Agent. I could just cut the Dread Return. I could just cut the Dread Return, mill my deck, and try to put the Oracle into play the old-fashioned way. I have access to step through and cantrips. That's intriguing. I think I'm actually just going to cut therapy here. I think that between the 6 forces, that's probably enough interaction. I'm going to keep. The sand has a whole lot going for it. Yep, there's a ley line. There's 2 ley lines. Okay. Nope. We're going to take these land drops. I would like access to other cards. But we need lands, so. Chromox resolves. Exiling... Oh, passageway. Oh, okay. Okay, so opponent is like some sort of mono-black initiative deck. Bye. Underground Sea. Cast Baleful Strix. So here's the combo. Okay. This can find us an Aether Vial, which I don't hate. This is another matchup where I think I'm not going to have to combo. I think that this Urza's Saga plus random shenanigans is going to be okay. I just don't want to deal with this. Does the opponent have a second op agent they're going to try to flash in on me? Boy, how do you opponent are you going to be upset? Okay. This is a second Karn? Vicious Battle Rager, sure. I'm going to take back the initiative immediately. I'm not sure why you would do that, but okay. That's super helpful. Grab a vial. Play another saga. Move to combat. Attack for 1. Take the initiative. Whenever it becomes blocked, that creature's controller takes 5. Grab my basic. This is a lot of damage we're taking, but I'm going to gladly accept it to just keep opponent's idiot out of play. Deal. Oh, baby, you're going to be upset. This is going to work out exactly the way I want it to. I'm so happy for us right now. Always yield. Yes. Okay. Forge. Counters on my Baleful Strix. Uh, 5, 10, 11, 12, 13. They go to 1. They can't tap Ancient Tomb. Do you also have a Karn? You're going to do the hard work for me here, friend. My opponent has very much died. Okay. My opponent has died like 4 different ways just now. We're gonna flex on him. Let's go. Okay. So, opponent has Helm combo. They're an initiative deck. I think I'm just gonna cut this. I'm gonna cut my borrowers too. One of the Shukos. Play some plows. Seems great. I also love that for us 10 arms. This is what I keep talking about. Like, people play poorly against Breakfast. It's like they just don't understand how the deck functions. So people perpetually play very poorly. Resolves. It's fine. I do not care about this in the slightest. Chromox, yes. Okay. My opponent has Op Agent. That's also super helpful. Either bot. Hey, look, it's the thing we knew about. I'm not really sure why you wouldn't just main phase that. Always yield. Yes. Play a second vial. Is this a second op agent? Because it feels like it. Sure is. Goodbye. Yes. Oh baby, we found third Aether Vial, let's go. Yep, Strix. Sure. Oh, we're gonna do it again. Yep. Yep. I think my opponent's realizing how not great their position is. Just gonna take here. I'm not actually even close to dead. Sure. Is this the helm? Passageway is here. I think I just don't want this to happen. Always no. We're gonna leave this on 1. I'm gonna put in my illusionist here. Why are you not stacking it? Like, stack abilities automatically is on, and it's still not stacking my triggers. I don't understand what's going on. Cool. City of Traders, sure. No. Seriously, like, that's really annoying. This is also really annoying. Okay. Didn't mean anything super meaningful there. Like, the brainstorm would have been cool, but beyond that, like, the second force negation's not great, and I don't want the other land, so... Click all these objects. Please get on the stack. Oh, that's great. I don't need to attack with this. Then clear these out of the way. I just need to draw gas. Yep. Strix. Okay. Nope. Like, the only thing that I'm worried about here is exactly Helm. Which, like, opponent could draw at any moment, but... Okay. Opponent has conceded the game. Let's go. So that is us 2-0 with Cephalid Breakfast. This deck is very good. I've mentioned it before when I've played it on stream, but like, Cephalid Breakfast is fantastic. Now, I will actively say the plan B in this version, in Max Torsion's version, is, I think, less good than the traditional plan B of having a Stoneforge Mystic that can find something like a Cauldron. But I will say that, like, plan B is still very good. Alright, we are playing against Hank the Obese, who was last seen 1 day ago playing Initiative. This is annoying. Do I bank on opponent being an Initiative? Because this hand I don't think is good against Initiative. I'm gonna mulligan. I'm gonna keep this. We're gonna ship Nomad. Okay, opponent is not on. Alright. Opponent playing Misty Rainforest does make this much more interesting. Okay, Aether Vial just resolves. I love that for us. This just resolving is so good. Darcy, sure. Opponent has 2 threats. There's a Wasteland. I don't care about the Wasteland given that I have Aether Vial in play. Always yield. Yes, this turn. I like that a whole lot. I will say that if this doesn't... Oh, and it didn't flip. Okay. I kind of just want opponent to cast a spell. And they are indeed. Okay. Okay, they still have another land. Not yet. Regrets. I'm gonna play this Urza Saga. Get an island here. This feels like EI. Their Delver still hasn't flipped, which is awesome. I love that for us so much. Polluted Delta, sure. Put in the Nomad. Opponent is going to fire off the bolt. Okay. That's fine. Sure. Yep. Just gonna fetch now. Grab basic planes. Delver finally flips to Daze, of all things, which I think is fine. This being stuck in hand is not exactly where I'd like it, but... 3, 4, 5, sure. I was supposed to make there, we can block. I don't know why I didn't. So there's a Murktide. They have 2 cards in hand. One of them we know for a fact is Daze. Is the other Force of Will? Always no. Oh, I forgot to violin that. That's so bad. Okay. So I can get the Shuko. Underground Sea. Cabal Therapy U. Sure, that's all fine. We have the one floating still. Now that opponent has shown me that their last card, the other card in their hand is Bolt, or not Force, I'm gonna name Bolt. Lightning Bolt. Sick. They have died. Yes, please. Put in Illusionist. Sick. Okay, so against Delver, I'm interested in Plow. What am I not interested in? I think this is pretty medium. Shave it to Fairy. And a Force of Will? I could try to bring in Blasts. I don't know that Blasts are going to be super impactful here. Actually, thinking about it, I think I'd rather have these Flusters over these Forces. Again, this is also fine, but not incredible. Baleful Strix here is insane. Therapy is fantastic. I could have cut one of the Shukos, I suppose. Shuko is just harder for them to disrupt. So this goes for it pretty quick. Bobble, sure. Okay, so they don't presently have a threat. I feel like if you were gonna do that, you would have done that first. One gets to draw here. Honestly, the only thing I really don't want them to have is Wasteland, and that's not a thing that I can name with Cabal Therapy, so okay, sure. Daze resolves. Darcy is in. There's a bauble, sure. I'm gonna go ahead here and just play the Baleful Strix. If they want to daze me again, I just don't care. There we go. They can't realistically attack with this in play unless they just like blow a bolt. They mill a Flooded Strand, so they must have some extra number of lands already in hand. Hello to all those joining late. Appreciate you being here. For anyone new to the channel, hello, welcome. I'm Adam from Grand Rapids, Michigan. On this channel, we play a bunch of Eternal Magic. That includes Legacy, Vintage, Pauper, Cube, things of that nature. Right now, we are playing some Legacy Cephalid Breakfast. That's fine. That doesn't particularly matter at this juncture. Okay. Cabal Therapy you? Just gonna name Force of Will. They have days. Okay. So most of their hand is bad. I'm just gonna pass here. I have been wastelanded. I'm gonna ponder here. That's incredible. I will not shuffle my library. I will play this land, then I will fetch. I'm gonna grab a Tundra here. I'm gonna cast Vial. So we still know 3 of the 4 in their hands. Most of them don't matter. I have a reasonable chance to combo kill here. I know one of the cards in their hand is Daze. Opponent has died. Sweet. We are now 3-0 with Cephalid Breakfast. Again, this deck is really powerful. Like, when you look at this deck list on paper, it seems clunky and awkward and strange. The deck is very powerful. Because the thing is that you, much like a show and tell deck, you're a pretty safe combo deck. You can kind of hang out for a while, especially with, again, a version playing something like Stoneforge or Strix. Like, you can just operate on plan B for, like, a pretty reasonable amount of time. And then all of a sudden you're just like, okay, please die. And like the kind of the beauty of that there was that we put in Baleful Strix. We therapy off Baleful Strix. And if they have the surgical extraction or whatever, we just don't go. We just wait. We can sit there and hang out for a while and, like, just let it be. And if, like, their opponent had nothing, we're just like, okay, you die. Again, like, I mentioned it earlier, but this deck has a lot of the same stuff going on as, like, Modern Twin did. Like, you're a combo deck, technically, but you don't have to combo kill people. There's plenty of other stuff you can do. I also think opponent was pretty aggressive with their Wastelands. Like, I understand what their whole mentality was taking me off their removal spell so they can just try to clock me. But I think that we can... Yeah, this is hot. Keep. This step through is my pitch card for Force. I mean, like, this is resolving. Yeah, no, and like, that's the thing, right, is that, like, when opponents set up for that, I was like, okay, we have time. As long as we play our hand correctly, like, we have time. I'm gonna play this Ponder. Okay. Like, there's a reasonable chance we're dead here. Opponent is on a small number of cards, but... Okay. We're not just dead. Let me go find Underground Sea. I'm gonna cast this Strix because I want to find something that actually matters. That is not something that matters. We're pretty close to a kill here. Okay. Opponent's gonna kill my Baleful Strix and take my step through. Sure. Put this into play. Cast my Vial. Opponent appears to be Mono Black Reanimator. But they kept a hand that for some reason didn't put a thing into play. I can't tell you why, but that's what they did. Again, this is Mono Black Reanimator, but opponent kept a hand they probably shouldn't have. Yep. Okay, that's also very good. Go ahead and play this. They were on 5 when they started, which isn't like low, but it's like low-ish. They have reanimated my Baleful Strix. Wow, is that a thing that just doesn't matter? This. Yup. Yup. I'm just gonna float this here. I'll grab my Shuko. Yup. Put in my Strix. We found a Force of Will, which is hot. Oh, yeah. I'm super glad they randomed my Baleful Strix there. I've never been so happy in my entire life. Clan117, thank you for the follow. Appreciate you. They're targeting themselves. I'm going to let this resolve. Okay, we're going to force a will to reanimate Dad. Nice. Alright. Nihil, Surgical, Force of Negation, Force of Negation. This is a match where we don't even really need to win the game. We just need to not die. Step through, Dread Return. Shuko. I kind of like Flusters here, to be honest. I kind of like Flusters. I don't know what I like Fluster better than. I'm just gonna submit like this. This has Force of Negation and Cabal Therapy. What are we looking for here? It's probably Collective Brutality? Nope. Profane Tutor, Grief, Exhume, Unmask. Interesting. I mean, this is fine. Grizzlebrand, Grief. They took my Force. Opponent, why? I'm just gonna take their Exhume. Okay. We're gonna suspend Profane Tutor, sure. And then unmask me, pitching their Grizzlebrand. So they have Archon of Cruelty in hand, no way to discard it. I'm just gonna let this resolve. They have taken Illusionist, sure. Narc Amoeba, go. I also have no idea why opponent didn't take my Force of Negation. Oh, we sacked Nomads for Cabal Therapy to take their Exhume. They currently have neither half of the combo. I mean, sure. Resolves. Which one of these cards would you like to name? It should be Force of Negation, but opponent left me with it last time. They've chosen Force of Negation this time. Potentially. Force of Negation doesn't really protect us, though. I mean, I suppose you're correct. Times we could have just tried to combo kill them. I just wanted to make sure we weren't dead. And the thing is that we could have very well been dead on the next turn if they go unmask me, discard my Grizzlebrand, play Reanimation Spell. So I would rather play a long game, which I think favors me. There's Entomb, sure. We're probably going to die here. Opponent's tutor should have gotten a Reanimation Spell. There's a land. Animate Dead Grizzlebrand, sure. Yup. Opponent has gone to 3. Potentially, Terms, I'd have to look at it again. Yeah, your grief resolves. In my mind, I thought we were more dead than we were. I don't recall the exact contents of their hand at that point in time. There's no sense in throwing an Archamoeba right into the sun here. This is the easiest block of my life. Block. Thank you. Ooh. That's hot, actually. This and Reanimate are really good friends. I think I'm going to clear both of these fetches in their end step just because I don't want to draw any more lands. Yeah. Illusionist? Sure. I'm going to get an Archamoeba for my trouble. I love that for us. Dark Ritual, yep. Okay. Discard an Archamoeba and a land. Sure. Another Dark Ritual. Sure. Okay. So opponent's churning through their deck here, but not really doing anything meaningful. Bert, hello and welcome. Appreciate you being here. My reanimator opponent continues to take more and more game actions, and I'm not entirely sure why. Yeah, that's fine. I would need a miracle for this to go anywhere, but I'm going to try. Well, that's a pretty okay start. Oh. No, I don't want to drop. Please stop. Thank you, Magic Online. Black. Blue. I can Teferi Time Raveler, bounce Archon of Cruelty. Sure. Only kind of, though. Like, we're not dead to this. I lied. We are dead to this if opponent remembers to activate Villas. Correct. Okay. So, I'm wondering if I'm supposed to play Plows just the way that opponent is playing. I think we just go for it. So that's the other thing. 10 times we cut. I'm gonna actually make that swap. Oh. We did not get to bring in the Dread Return. Okay. I will keep. I just need to find some sort of interaction here. Saga, Strix, Force, don't shuffle. Yeah, 10 times that's the other thing here is that my deck does not currently contain the card Dread Return. Okay. They're gonna unmask me. I'm gonna let this resolve. They take the Force, sure. Play the Strix. Draw another card. Play Polluted Delta. Crack for 1 and pass. Petal. Yep. Dark Ritual. Sure. Thought Seize Me. Okay. Which of these cards are you interested in taking? Teferi Time Raveler. Okay. Another Dark Ritual. They're at 4 mana. Animate Dead Grizzlebrand. Draw 7. Play their land drop. Draw 7, go to 3. Yep. Yeah, like, you know what my deck does. It's fine. Its Grief is dead. Why? To what end? Like, what are you hoping for here? I don't really... Yeah, sure. I just don't understand the purpose to any of that. Reanimate my Thassa's Oracle. Yes. My opponent is just taking game actions because they can, I guess? Go ahead and grab another Underground Sea here. They don't have another Idiot in play. Okay. We're just gonna pass here. Sure. Sure, that's fine. Yep. I will surgical it in response. Okay. Cool story. Flashback, target themselves, name the Villas, reanimate... They can't reanimate the Villas. Well, they can Dark Ritual animate dead the Villas. Sure. And then activate the Villas, kill my Baleful Strix, attack, draw more cards. Okay, this is not great. Yep. This is Grizzlebrand getting in for 6, put me to 10. They go to 7. They still can't draw, which is actually pretty good for me. Animate that. Yeah, I don't really know any card in their hand other than Reanimate. I know Reanimate. Reanimate my Thassa's Oracle once more. I don't understand why, but sure. Like, sure, you got to draw some cards, but like, why not just do a Baleful Strix at that point? Yeah, we've died. Okay. Yeah, and 10 arms, maybe that was the line. Maybe I'm gonna go back and watch later, because I may have missed it. In my mind, when I played out that one turn where I sacked our Nomad to therapy, my brain said we were dead if I didn't do that. But I could be very wrong. I will have to go back and look at the full contents of their hand to be sure. But my brain said to me, if I don't do this, we're dead. And it is possible that was just incorrect. That the actual line there would be just to go ahead and leave the Nomad in play. Yeah, for sure. We can talk about it later. But I definitely need to relook at that. My instincts kicked in and said, if I don't do this, we're dead. And I don't know if that was totally unwarranted, or if that was actually the case. Because at this point, I'm now going, maybe I wasn't dead? Maybe they only could unmask themselves, take the idiot, try to put it into play, and I force of negation, which is totally possible. If the line that you were suggesting is the case, then my game plan needed to be force of negation unmask, continue, and then just combo kill them. But for whatever reason, I saw, my brain said if I don't therapy them here, I'm dead. Potentially, yeah. Even if that's also possible, it really depends on if we were dead. I don't think I want to let go of force pitch plus therapy. So I think that the best solution, if we were as dead as I thought we were, I think the solution is keep Narcomoeba as pitch card for force of negation, and then therapy them. Because that protects us from something off the top. But if what you are suggesting is correct, where they could only interact manage one discard spell, then I think that our line is just to play Illusionist and pass, then to untap, play Nomad, and kill them. I'm keeping this. We're gonna mask ourselves as Death and Taxes. Ancient Tomb. Chrome Ox, sure. Yep. No. I would prefer you don't do that. We're just gonna go for the goldfish. I'm just going to go for the goldfish. If their hand does not contain a removal spell of any type, we just win the game. White Plume resolves. I would love, 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 love to draw Force of Will here. Okay, so they're on the red version. They have shown us mountain. That's fine. That's not where we want that. Okay. This makes this even harder. But I'm just going to go for the goldfish here and see if they... Always yield. Always yield. Yes. Always yield. Okay, opponent, we just have it. Sweet. Okay, so things that I'm interested in include Plow? I don't think I care about Teferi. I'm boarding in Plow here because it is very likely that opponent's deck also probably contains Leyline of the Void. Like that. Like that. Like that. I want the one of Borrower because the Borrower will allow me to bounce a Leyline of the Void. Because opponent's deck probably contains both Leyline of the Void and Containment Priest. Key. Opponent has chosen to mull to 6. I like that for us a whole bunch. Okay, opponent does have a Leyline. Sure. Lotus Petal? Yep. That's fine. Okay, play this Nomad. Three mana. I'm pitching the Cephalid Illusionist there because Narcomoeba has flying. That is very, very, very relevant. This will be relevant for stealing initiative in the future. I would also really love if we just drew the Oracle. Oh, opponent just doesn't have anything. Okay. We're just going to play this Aether Vial and pass. I'm going to fetch. I have no reason to attack with this into what could be Containment Priest. We're good at this game. Containment Priest resolves. This Aetherval is shut off, but that's okay. There's a Lotus Petal. Opponent is not interested in attacking. I am going to clear this in end step. I'm not particularly interested in the cards on top of my library. I mean, the thing is that, like, just looking at the texture of opponent's hand, like, why would they have kept this hand that only produced a white plume and, like, ate it to Force of Will if they did not have a way to back it up? Okay. Top shelf, 10 out of 10. Big fan. This step through is going to win us the game. Oracle. Yep. That's fine. This resolves. I have other ways to make that work. We are okay. Ancient Tomb, okay. Seasoned Dungeoneer. That is unfortunate, but ultimately fine. Why would you not attack there? I'm very confused. Sure. There's another vial. I'm going to move to combat and attack with Narcomoeba. Get my other basic. I guess there was a reason to not play my Vial there, because if I don't, I have Hardcast Force, which I would have liked. It's pretty minimal, I think, but not nothing. Solitude has entered the revealed card zone. I think that we like that one. They're going to get this back. They're going to forge because they want the top card of their deck. Put all of them on Dungeoneer, sure. Yep. Always know. Okay. There is our answer to how we win this game. Opponent is likely going to try to Solitude us this turn. We have the Force of Will for it. I'm going to forge onto this Narcomoeba in case things go south. If we need to race, I want to have a creature that's large enough to do that. Six mana. Yikes. This is unfortunate, because I know that opponent has another one up top. Okay, so this is another Solitude. This trigger will inevitably target our Cephalid Illusionist. We're gonna mill some cards. We mill Ponder, Force of Will, Underground Sea. None of those are particularly huge a deal. They have been to Caves of Chaos Adventurer. Yeah, opponent's dead. Sweet, they noticed it too. Alright, let's go. There's a 4-1. Cool. I was like, sweet, opponent is just dead. Opponent has died because we had a Narcomoeba that attacks for 3. We gain the initiative. We trap them. They are at 8 exactly. So, cool story. We took down a 4-1. We are on track to take the Max Torsion record of 4-1 into 5-0. So that's pretty sweet. So, overall thoughts. The deck seems pretty cool. I'm a big fan of Cephalid Breakfast as a deck. I was not sure that I would love a version without Stoneforge Mystic, because that plan B of just Stoneforge fetching Cauldra is such a powerful thing to do. But it turns out that, like, Saga plus Strix plus random beats is just, like, probably fine. Step through, being able to find the Oracle so that we don't have to reanimate it. It's pretty incredible. Just being able to dodge the graveyard hate altogether so that we don't ever have to use the graveyard. We can mill ourselves with the combo and then just like vial in or cast the Oracle. Pretty sweet. I will say I did think about it earlier, and I would not hate a Cavern of Souls in the deck. Cavern of Souls on Wizard is going to cast both Cephalid Illusionist and Thassa's Oracle uncounterably, and having that ability, at least post-board, would be particularly helpful. Maybe cut one of the blasts or something, cut a Fluster, I don't know. I'd have to think about it more. But having access to a Cavern would be pretty hot. People always look at the one-of therapy in this deck and go, really? And the answer is yes. A singleton therapy can do a lot of heavy lifting. A lot of times, as this random, like, blue nonsense deck, like, this one-of random get you black card can be really powerful. Yeah, so honestly, again, I love Cephalid Breakfast. It's one of my favorite archetypes in all of Legacy. I'm glad to see that it's very good again. Step Through is a pretty cool addition. It's been pretty neat. But we have a tradition on this channel. And that tradition is, when we win chests, we open chests. So again, I appreciate everyone for hanging out. Let's go ahead and crack some chests. I really appreciate all of you being here. It's a lot of ways you could spend your Monday evening. I'm grateful that you chose to hang out with me. Let's see how we did. 4 Cabal Coffers, that's sick. Body Double, old school combo card. Caged Sun. Another Garrick's Horde. Monomania, sure. Nemesis of Reason, one of my pet cards. Silumgar Assassin. Temple of Triumph, and Tundra Fumarole. Cool. So, 40 play points, a Cabal Coffers that looks super sick, and a 4-1. I will take that. So again, I appreciate everyone hanging out. We will be back again on Wednesday with the still unnamed digital TCG exploration stream. I'm looking at either Eternal or Hearthstone. I have played some Eternal, but not much, and I have not played Hearthstone in years. So either way, it should be fun. So drop by Wednesday for that. Then we will be back on Friday, 10 p.m. Eastern Time, playing some more Legacy. So again, really appreciate everyone hanging out tonight. I hope you all enjoy your evening and enjoy the rest of your week. I will see you Wednesday. Cheers, everyone. Have a good night.